අපිට දැනුණු තැන අපිම හදමු රට මගින් පටන් ගමු.
විශේෂයෙන්ම මෙතෙක් කල් අපි කතා කරේ යුද්ධෙන් ඇති වුණ තත්ත්ව නිසා. ඒක බොහෝ දුරට අපි විසඳගෙන යනවා. ඊටු ටික විශේෂයෙන්ම අතුරුදහන් වුණ පුද්ගලයන් ඒ වගේම නිවාස ලබා දීම මම කිව්වා අපි 20 25 වෙනකොට අවසන් කරන්න ඕන කියලා. අපි මේ ප්‍රශ්න ටික එන අවුරුදු දෙකේ අවසන් කරමු. හැම වෙලෙම මේ ප්‍රශ්න වලට හිර වෙලා ඉන්න බෑ. රටේ අනෙක් ප්‍රදේශ දියුණු වෙලා ඉන්නවා. උතුරටත් විශාල දියුණුවෙන්ට හොඳ අවස්ථාව මේක ආගමික නායකින්ගෙන් ලැබෙන සහයෝගය. ඉතින් විශේෂයෙන්ම අපි මෙතන ආගම්වාදයවත් ජාතිවාදයවත් මේ රටේ අදින්ට උවමනා නැහැ. අපි බලමු මෙතන ඉඳන් මේ වැඩ කටයුතු ඉදිරියට ගෙනියන්න. දැන් මම ඔබේ සහයෝගය ඉල්ලන්නේ අපිට මේ ආගමික එකමුතුතාවයේ යාපනයේ ඇති කර ගන්න. ආණ්ඩුව හැටියට අපිත් තව කොටසක් තියෙනවා. ආණ්ඩුව හමුදාව යටතේ තියෙන ප්‍රදේශවල තියෙන කෝවිල් හා පල්ලි පිළිබඳ. ඒ ප්‍රශ්නෙත් අපි විසඳන්න ඉන්නේ මේ කාලය තුලදී. ඒවා කඩා වැටලා තියෙන ඒවා යලිත් ආපහු සකස් කරන්න. ඒ වගේම ඊට පස්සේ ආණ්ඩුව ලෑස්ති Hindu පූජකතුමන්ලා එක්ක කතා කරලා නල්ලූර් කෝවිලය බාරකාරයෝ සමග කතා කරලා අපිම අපේ වියදමින් විශාල කෝවිලක් හදන්න යාපනයේ. ඒක මම තීරණය කරන්නේ මෙතන ඉන්න දේශපාලඥයන්ට යාපනයේ තීරණය කරන්න බෑ. ඔයගොල්ලෝ තීරණය කරලා කියන්නේ. ඒක මං හිතන්නේ ඒ අපිට කරන්න පුළුවන් හොඳම පියවර. මම විශේෂයෙන්ම අපේ ආණ්ඩුකාරතුමියට කියන්නේ මුළු උතුරු ප්‍රදේශයේම ආගමික නායකින් කැඳවලා අපි ගත යුතු පියවර කුමක්ද කියලා දැනුම් දෙන්න. අපි කැමති යාපනයේ අධ්‍යාපන මධ්‍යස්ථානයක් කරන්න. මම දැන් නීති ගේනවා ඕනෑ කෙනෙක්ට විශ්වවිද්‍යාලයක් ආරම්භ කරන්න පුළුවන් කියලා. ඉතින් දන්න අයගෙන් හදාගන්න. නැත්තම් පිට ඉන්න අයත් ගෙනල්ලා විශ්වවිද්‍යාල මේ ඇති කරන්න. මේ යාපනයේ ටෙක්නොලොජි මධ්‍යස්ථානයක් කරන්න පුළුවන්. විශේෂයෙන්ම AI තාක්ෂණය, AI ටෙක්නොලොජි අනික්ව මෙහාට ගේන්න. ඉතින් ඒ නිසා දැන් බලන්නේ මේ අනුව එක දියුණු කරන්න. ඉතින් ඔබේ සහයෝගය වුමනයි. මේ මට කරන එකක් නෙමෙයි ලංකාවට කරන එකක්. මේ මට කරන එකක් නෙමෙයි තරුණයන්ගේ අනාගතයට කරන එක. එන අවුරුද්ද ඉඳන් අපි රැකියාව බිහි කරන්න ඕනේ. නැත්තම් තවත් උද්ඝෝෂණ රටේ තියෙයි. ඉතින් ඒ ගැන දැනුවත් කරන්නයි මම ඔබ සියලු දෙනාටම මෙතෙන්ට ආරාධනා කරේ.
So I am representing the Jaffna District Inter-Religious Council. We have a council and our president is Kribananda Kurukal, and we have co-presidents from Christianity and Buddhism, our Nagavihara Thero, Sri Vimala Thero, and also Maulavi Rali. So before we came together, we met and we discussed certain things, and we have brought a report and we have already submitted the report here. So please go through.
You look at it. You got the report.
Kaila vachirukkriyala pa. Kaila vachirukkriyala.
Give me. Open it and give me.
Mollywood Pilya. Commonly out there.
No, that's in English also.
Okay.
So there are many points, but I don't want to elaborate because you have already addressed about many
Yes.
things. And first and foremost, I would like to say about this, yes, the development is very, very essential. But I think with regard to the north, we should call it a redevelopment. Because northern region was already a developed area earlier. We had everything.
Yes.
We had a cement factory in KKS, we had a chemical factory in Parandan, we had glass factories, bucket factories, textile centers, and we were exporting rice and exporting vegetables. So all these were here already, but now
Salt and also there.
salt and all that. So now we have to speak about redevelopment. Actually, that is what we have to do. Because of this 30 years of war, we almost lost everything. And before development, we need to concentrate on reconciliation. So that is very, very important. as you know, 30 years of war we had. I think we need more than 30 years to reconcile. Reconciliation process is more difficult than fighting a war. Fighting a war is easier than having reconciliation. So that also, if we make real efforts, otherwise it is not possible for reconciliation. So that is what we have mentioned, that we believe that peace and reconciliation will remain an unachievable dream for this country if the voices of the Tamil community are silenced and their demands for accountability and security are unmet. So we reiterate that promises of reconciliation, lasting peace need to be substantiated with adequate action to find a solution to the long-standing problems of the people in the north and east. So we have highlighted many areas. The first one is that we kindly request Your Excellency to promote religious and ethnic unity in the country, because there are so many elements that always try to disturb this unity in our country, even among religions and among the ethnic groups. So we have to identify them, and we have to protect the country from these narrow-minded people. So we have addressed about the religious places, especially in the north. The religious places should be respected. There are destruction of places of religious worship of the Tamil and Muslim communities in the northern and eastern provinces. And also the Muslim community in Jaffna, as you know, and they have been forced to evacuate their lands earlier and their houses and properties, and now they are willing to come and they are settling, they are coming and settling, resettling, but they need assistance, and they need, because there were 7 schools earlier in the Muslim area, but now there are only 2 schools are functioning, and they also need a development. And also about the drug consumption, as you know, the youth, they are very much affected by these drugs, and we request you to establish some rehabilitation centers in the north for the drug addicted people, because nowadays they have to be they have to be sent to prison, or they have to be sent to the south for rehabilitation. We don't have proper rehabilitation centers in north when to help out this type of people.
මේ ආර්ථිකය කඩාවැටෙන අවස්ථාවේදී අභියෝගයේ බොහෝමත්ම ගෞරවයෙන් පිළිඅරගෙන මේ රට ගොඩට නගාගෙන යන අවස්ථාව තුළ විශේෂිත වශයෙන් මේ යාපනයේ ප්‍රදේශයට ඇවිදilla මේ රටේ ආර්ථිකය ගොඩනැගීමට අවශ්‍ය කටයුතු මේ පළාත තුලින් කෙසේ ඒකරාශී කර ගන්නවද වග සොයා බලමින් කටයුතු කරමින් ඒ වගේම අපගේ අනිකුත් සියලුම ආගමික ප්‍රධානීන් හමු වෙලා මේ ආර්ථිකය ගොඩනැගීමට ඒ අයගේ සහයෝගය මොනියම් ආකාරයට එකතු කරගන්න අවස්ථාවේ බව කටයුතු සාකච්ඡා කරමින් එතුමාගේ පැමිණීම අපි බොහෝමත්ම ගෞරවයෙන් පිළිගනිමින් ඒ වගේම මේ සඳහා අනිකුත් සියලුම ආගමික නායකයන්ගේ අවවාද අනුශාසන උපදෙස් ලබා ගැනීමෙන් අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා රටේ ඉදිරි අනාගතය සියලුම දෙනාට යහපත්ව කටයුතු කරන්න එතුමා ඉදිරි මහා දැක්මක් අනුව වැඩ කටයුතු කරයි කියලා අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. එතුමාට ඒ කටයුතු සඳහා අපි බොහෝමත්ම ආශිර්වාදය, බෞද්ධ ආගමික ආශිර්වාදය, අතුරු සියලු ආගමික ආශිර්වාදය මේ මොහොතේ සිදු කරන්නේ.
That last Deepavali and this Deepavali, Sanglish Nandi flag is in your office. We are very, very happy about it, and you have raised both Deepawalis. Last year also at the President's Secretariat and the President's office, you had the Nandi flag. This year also you had the Nandi flag. Of course, your Honorable Minister, he is taking it up with us. When we make a request, he comes to you and he comes with that. Then very important thing that you made the resignation of the Commissioner of Archaeological You remember when you told something at the meeting with the Commissioner of Archaeology was there, it was because of your reprimand, he resigned. We are very grateful to you. If it is because of the Assistant Commissioner of Archaeology in Romania, all the problems he is creating for you. He is creating for you and directed by the Commissioner of Archaeology. Thank you for having removed him. Then Your Excellency is now organizing the Sanskrit conference, Bhagavad Gita conference. Soon they are going to be a reality in Sri Lanka. And Your Excellency's period, we had the pilgrim ship coming from Nagapattinam, Kanke. It's a great achievement for Hindus in Sri Lanka. So we thank you and we ask you. This is the oldest religion in this country. When Buddha came, he came for the celebration of Thaipusam in Mahiyangana. The entire Yakkas were in Mahiyangana when he came to the Thaipusam. On the Thaipusam day he landed in Mahiyangana. So we were there when Buddha came. Buddha came second time to bring about the conflict between the uncle and the nephew in Daphne. You remember that. Third time he came, he went up to Caledonia. But after that, 400 years ago, we had the Portuguese coming in, Dutch coming in, English coming in. We are loaded with a culture which is not akin to this soil. We are very, even though we are independent, the whole system is working against the Hindus. So we would ask you to give priority of Hinduism in the constitution. You now have given priority to the Buddhist religion. Please make Hinduism also a priority religion because it's the oldest for this land. And this Hinduism is not something which was brought from India. We started worshipping cobras, we started worshipping trees, we started worshipping the earth, the water, the sun, the Pancha Bhutanga. Now this country belongs to those worshippers. So please bring an anti-conversion statute. The entire Asia is going through an anti-conversion bill everywhere. China is having anti-conversion bill. Japan is having anti-conversion bill. Thailand, Cambodia, Laos, Nepal, Burma, India, many states in India have anti-conversion bill. But Sri Lanka is not yet having anti-conversion. We want you to bring an anti-conversion bill before your term expires. We will, I am telling you, I am promising you, we will get the Hindu support for you. If you bring the anti-conversion bill, I will canvass for you. Second thing is, in Jaffna particularly, we are losing cows. I invited the Pradesh Sabha chairman from Mattugava to Jaffna. I congratulated him. We had a reception for him. Why? Because Mattugama Pradesh Sabha chairman had banned beef stalls in this Pradesh. In Hambantota they have banned. Jaffna is full of beef stalls. Cow is sacred for you and for us. Please enact a cow slaughter prohibition statute. This is very important for Hindus in Sri Lanka. If you don't bring the cow slaughter prohibition statute, probably you will not get our support. You want our support, we will support you. I will canvass for you. If you will bring these two statutes, one is the anti-prohibition, anti-conversion statute, the other one is cow slaughter prohibition statute. Thank you for.
Then I must thank everyone for coming here today. We want religious unity. As I said, I would like to have all the war-related issues finished in 2 years. I don't think we can afford to drag it out anymore. And unity must take place. As far as the ministry is concerned, culture is the Ministry of Religious Affairs and Buddhism. So that the Buddhist department, the Christian department, Hindu department and Islam department have come under one ministry. Now the cry in Sri Lanka is reduce the number of ministers. So that's why we thought that we should have advisory councils for each of these religious departments that can act without having to depend on the director itself. So that's an issue we can take up and talk with the religious authorities to have advisory committees in every religious department. Of course, Hinduism has been the oldest religion. We all acknowledge that. There is no issue. And Hinduism has been in Sri Lanka. Now you have to remember that it is also protected. After all, Lord Vishnu is worshipped in the temples. Lord Kataragama, Velmurugan is there. Lord Goddess Pattini. So you name it, most of them are there. So in fact, when the temples are protected, all these worships are protected. And we have not allowed, I said no going and interfering with Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is the main god that we have. So I don't think you have to worry too much about that. After all, the Buddhists come here and make vows, or everyone goes to Kataragama or they go to Munneswaram. So this is not a major issue in my view. But these have all made a lot of good contributions. But even we have our own Christians. There are people who came in here even after the Portuguese left. They stayed true to their faith and came out when the British came. So we consider the Christians also as a part of our heritage. And we have always been trading with the Middle East. So long before the Muslims came, the people from Yemen and Morocco were coming here. Thereafter they brought in the religion. So that's become a part of it. So it's not that we have in any way abandoned any religion. For instance, if you go to Avisavella, off Sitavaka you get the Barandri Kovil, which was built by Raja Singh of Sitavaka. So let's all get together and work. But if there's injustice being done to any religion, let me know. Then we will take the necessary steps. But otherwise, we have to all work in harmony. So let me thank you and bring this meeting to a close.